Loved ones, what it do? All right, check it out, man. Every Sunday, we're here in Luneta Park at 9 a.m. You know, we are training martial arts. We're trying to enhance our fighting skills. And I'm trying to learn as much as possible from right there, Master Boy Garcia. And as you can see, we correlate with a Filipino martial arts, knife and sword fighting called Calis Illustrissimo. That's what we're learning also when it comes to our weapon base. But our empty hand is Sayaw ng Kamatayan, Dance of Death, Filipino martial arts. And this is Master Boy Garcia right here, like what I always say. And I'm just lucky to know him. Because, you know, everybody knows there's people that are good teachers, but not really with the execution. And, you know, some people are just good with executions, like Master Boy, like, you know, proven and tested, 180 something fights, professional fights, worldwide. You know, everybody had attempted to beat him. It's just during his time, just nobody can, and he's just undefeated. You know, so he's more of an execution guy, but he also knows how to teach good, and I get exactly what he's trying to say. So it depends. So this is what we do here. You know, this channel right here is just all about basically trying to better yourself. If you are a man or a woman or anybody, and if you want to better yourself, you want to be your highest self, and this is what we do right here. This is just what we talk about. Like, for example, it's just, everything is just common sense, man. Like if you want to get in shape, who do you talk to, or who do you listen to? You know what I mean? Somebody that's in shape, right? If you want to be smart, who do you listen to? Somebody that's actually smart, right? If you want to win, who do you listen to? To the winners, right? If you want to be rich, who do you listen to? People that actually been there, done that, man. Somebody that actually became rich, you know what I mean? It's just up to you, bro. Like what you wanna, who do you listen to, man? You know, like us right here, me. I want to listen to somebody that actually been there, done that, man. Like, you know what I mean, proven and tested, like Master Boy. So what he says counts. You know, he's not an actor. He's not like the best speaker. None of that. We're similar. You know, like I'm not like the best speaker, best actor, but we just care about real shit. You know, that's all we care about. So, anyways, on this video right here, I'm gonna be talking about my experience when I first started doing time. It's not a secret, you know, it's not a secret that I've done 13 years in the California prison system, starting at the age of 15. My dumbass got stuck in the California prison system at the age of 15. And, you know, it's kind of like a warning to other people that are, especially to the parents that have kids, you know, and to the kids that think that, you know, that gangbanging makes you a man and shit. Gangbanging doesn't make you a man. It actually makes you a bitch. You know what I mean? Because you have to, if you really want to be a man, you have to actually be strong, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above. If one of them is missing, then you really can't be a man, you know what I mean? But this is just from my experience. Like I said, I'm not gonna be talking about nothing that I saw on TV or whatever. I'm just gonna be talking about shit that happened in real life, just like real life experience. So that's just my point of view. If you think being a man is just like whatever is clever, then it's up to you. But for us, being a man is basically, you have to be strong, you know, because a good man without strength is not a good man. You're just not capable of being a good man, because in order to be a good man, you have to be literally strong, like, you know what I mean? Because you have to fight evil, you're mentally, you have to fight temptations, you have to fight all the temptations that the evil, you know, are trying to put into your head. You're battling your own demons, and you have to win that. If you're losing to your own demons, then for me, you're just a pussy. You're not a man, you know what I mean? It's up to you, bro. This is how I feel. This is just how I think from my experience. So anyway, yeah, man. So at the age of 15, like I said, I got caught up. I went to juvenile hall first on this. So this is what you have to expect. If you want to know about juvenile hall versus CYA. CYA is California Youth Authority. This is not the real prison. This is like the prison for the little kids. And if you are a kid that's like possessed, or lost, or like you're just like Mr. Know-it-all, like I was, and you don't care about consequences, you don't care about your family, you don't care who's affected with your actions, with your little selfish actions, then just think about it first. Think about it first. Juvenile hall, this is in the West Coast, Sylmar Juvenile Hall, LA County, in the county of Los Angeles, California. What do you call this? I was 15 years old. This was around 2003, October. I was scared shitless, man. I was scared shitless because I realized that when I went to juvenile hall, I couldn't hide anymore. I couldn't hide at my house. I don't have the comfort of anything. I was like, I'm not used to being in a small cage with other people, with other men. I just wasn't being used to being in prison, being a slave, being somebody that's locked up. I just wasn't used to that. So mentally, they're trying to break me. And then I'm detoxing from all the substance abuse that I was taking, whether it's whatever is clever, whatever the kids are, taking nowadays, So it's just like a culture shock. Like, what the hell is this? And then, now that I don't have my weapons, which I always rely on to make me tough, to make me a man, or make, in my head to make me brave, I don't have that anymore. I don't have my guns. By the way, we have a lot of guns on the streets, man. This is America. This is Los Angeles, California, where they have unlimited guns. I don't have that anymore. So I don't feel as brave anymore. Not to mention, I wasn't born with muscles. I was like, I don't think anybody was born with muscles, man. You have to work for it. So I was just a small, skinny, I still am, but back then, at 15 years old, I was like literally nothing. So I was just like, damn, how do I fight all my enemigos, all my street enemies from the streets? How do I fight them without actually being strong and shit? Like, I have to face them now. So in juvenile hall, one thing I can say is you still have to fight whether you like it or not. If somebody is trying to push up on you, thinking that you're weak, thinking that you're a pussy, or thinking that you're a leva, a chavala, or a fucking whatever shit, you just have to fight, bro. There's no other option. You know what I mean? And that's all I gotta say, man. So I was forced to, like I said, I was forced to doing push-ups, try to make myself stronger, because I want my punches and I want my body to be stronger. And, it appeared like everybody was stronger than me. Don't get me wrong, there's some small people too, skinny motherfuckers too and shit, but I just didn't want to be that. I just didn't want to be weak. So in juvenile hall, I started doing push-ups. I had to fight everybody, my enemies. I'm from a Filipino gang in West LA called Jeff Rocks, Barrio Jeff Rocks. A lot of street gangs, they hate our hood. And all the other street gangs that was there, you have to prove yourself, you have to represent your gang, your name. My moniker at the time was Youngster. A lot of, even the staff from the juvenile hall, they heard about my crime. We have a reputation of being the hardest. We have a reputation of our enemies running away from us because they're scared to get shot, they're scared to die. Who's not scared to die? You know what I mean? So I'm just a dumb fucking little kid in juvenile hall trying to survive. I fought pretty much everybody, my own kind, Filipinos, Asians, Cambodians, Laos. I fought whites, I fought blacks, I fought Mexicans, anything you can think of, man. You know what I mean? So I have to worry about my time, about gang enhancements, 10 years gang enhancements, the law, gun enhancement. I have to worry about that. I have no idea if when I'm gonna get out. I didn't want to be locked up anymore. I don't want to be in juvenile hall anymore. I just wanted to go home. I felt sad. I felt depressed, but I never felt the depression as much as how I felt it in CYA. So after a year of just fighting my case, no idea what my sentence was gonna be. You know, they were threatening me with 99 years. You know, if I don't take a plea bargain, you know. And long story short, I ended up taking a 14 years and 2 strikes in California prison system. So I took that deal with 85%, and then after I got sentenced at 16 years old, I went to CYA. CYA is California Youth Authority. To those who don't know, this is where they send the kids that are not yet 18 because they can't legally go to prison yet. So when I went to CYA, this is what you expect from there. CYA is like gangbanging on the streets, but on steroids. Because now, like I said, you're locked up now, so none of that bitch shit now, none of that gun shit. None of that shooting people from the back. You know, none of that acting hard anymore. If you want to act hard, you really got to back it up, and you're gonna get exposed. You know, it's just the reality of life that I was forced to accept. And when I went to my first CYA was Norwalk, SRCC, and I had a culture shock again because I thought it was gonna be like juvenile hall, but not really though. This is different, and they have certain rules. So, to those who don't know, the rules are: if somebody disrespects you and call you the B word, a bitch, or a leva, you have 3 seconds to take off on sight. 3, 2, 1. If after 3 seconds of being disrespected, you don't take off on sight, you get dropped out leva. You're just a bitch anymore. You don't have a right to gangbang anymore. You don't have a right to be a gangster anymore. You're just like you're just an open target where everybody's just gonna try to rape you or trying to take everything you got. You just don't have a respect as a person, as a human being. Once you get dropped, if you don't follow the rules, this is the unwritten convict rules, you know, that's what's gonna happen. And then if you're in school and you're reading a book or somebody is telling you to read something, the teacher, you can't say the word O, like O, like for example, spell book, B-O-O-K. You can't say O because that's like gay, that's like moaning. So you get beat up for that. And you can't say K also, like B-O-O-K, okay, because O and then K the after, everybody's gang that starts with letter O, it's like you're saying O killer. So you also get put on a green light for that. You have to fight everybody's gang that starts with the letter O. You know what I mean? And then this is just from what I remember, man. This was like 2004, so this was a long ass time ago. I was a little kid. And if you drop the soap, you're just gonna have to let that go. Even if it's just a brand new soap that you have that, you know, your parents bought you or whatever, you're just gonna have to let that go, man. You can't pick it up. You just drop it, you drop it. If you pick it up, then somebody sees it, you bend over, some bitch shit also, so you can't do that. You know what I mean? What else do I remember? Man, there was a lot of rules, man. Oh, and they have the ranfla right there. They play that in CYA. So for example, I fought with somebody from Amara Salvatrucha, for example, or somebody from 18th Street, for example. I fight him, and he has a lot of homies from his barrio, from his hood. I have to fight everybody from his hood. And then if they have a ranfla, it's kind of like a best friend. They also have to fight everybody it's like a never-ending fucking fight, man. It's like they give you a list, like 20 people that you gotta fight. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. In the opens, it's like 10-second fight because police are gonna stop there. They're gonna mace you anyways. Or if it's in the blinds, meaning there's no rules, that means you can stomp him out if you drop him. Fuck, there's a lot of rules, man. You know what I mean? To all the people that experience what I experienced, they know what the fuck I'm talking about. But to those who don't, then this is what it is, man. And then they also have a when they shoot up your hood. Like for example, fuck Jeff Rocks. It's my hood. It's my street gang. And if they say fuck Jeff Rocks, for life, that means I have to rush him and fight him, take off on him on sight every time I see him until one of us gets shipped out to another CYA, to another institution. So, you know what I mean? And then, fuck, there's a lot, bro. If you are in a hole or you are in ADSEG, but in CYA they don't call that ADSEG, they just call it the hole or the box. If you're in there, they have to do a roll call. Like if you're in room number 3, and then the roll call starts at room 1. Room 1, where the fuck you from? I'm from Barrio San Fe, Barrio Pacas Vogue Street, Pacas Van Nuys Boys, wooty woo woo woo. And then you wait if somebody is gonna shoot up your hood or call you out for a fight. And then if there's nothing, they go to the next room. Room 2, where the fuck you from? I'm from wooty woo woo woo. And then room 3, for example, where room 3, where the fuck you from? I'm from West Side Jeff Rose Gang. Wooty woo woo woo. And then you hear and you wait and hear if somebody's gonna blast your hood. If you hear somebody says for life, and whoever said that, you're gonna have to fight him on site. Everything's on site. So you're gonna accumulate a lot of fights, man. Over 100 fights in CYA if you are an active gang member. So this is what you have to expect. So if you're out there on the streets on some bitch shit, trying to shoot people from the back, trying to stab people from the back, and you're not used to pain, you're not used to fighting people, then you're not gonna make it in prison. You're just you're gonna get exposed, man. It's just the reality of life. Reality of life, man. You can hate me for it, but so that's exactly what was gonna happen. This is what you expect, and I could talk about what you have to expect in the real prison where they don't play around, where everybody play for keeps. In the 4-yard, like me, where I spent a decade in the 4-yard, mostly on the 180s, and some in the 270s, like Calipatria, it's a whole different story, man, But the whole channel is about basically showing that being a man is not about being dishonorable. It's not about being evil and shooting people from the back like some bitch shit. It's actually about being strong and fighting your enemies on sight. If you do have enemies, you're not even supposed to have enemies in the first place. And instead of you fighting for the evil side, like the Satan side, like the other bitches, for me those are bitches. If you're on the Satan side, you're a bitch. You're supposed to fight for what's good. You know what I mean? If you're gonna fight for what's good, you have to be strong for that, And if you're not strong, then you can't really be good, bro. So this is just a quick little story of what to expect as a kid if you're gonna go to. I know I missed a lot. There's so much rules in there, so much fucking rules. This is just like some of the main ones that I remember. So if you're a little kid, in your head you think you want to be a man, you want to be tough. First, go to a gym, any fucking gym, martial arts, combat sports gym, and then test your gangster. Fight the best fighter in there, if you have balls. But if you don't have balls, then just act hard, man. Just pretend that you're a man. Just pretend that you're a gangster, If you want to do that. To all the parents out there, teach your kid to be strong. Don't teach them to be spoiled, to be weak. There's already so much weakness, so much evil in the world. If you join them, you're just one of the bitches. You know what I mean? You know, if I'm talking too blunt or whatever, and if you're sensitive, then I don't know what to tell you. There's no such thing as rage bait. Your emotions, you're supposed to control it. As a matter of fact, if you're a man, you're not supposed to be gay and sensitive in the first place. These are just words, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's about it for now. Every Sunday. Oh, don't forget, July 20th, coming soon. We're gonna do a gloves up, guns down. We are promoting martial arts, Filipino martial arts, to be exact, which what I'm doing, because you know I just happen to be in the Philippines. You know, I'm Filipino, so we're promoting martial arts. Martial arts teaches you discipline, teaches you self-control, because you can't really be a man if you don't have self-control. And you're just gonna grow up on your 40s and your 50s and your 60s as a man baby if you never really control your emotions. And you can't really be a man if you can't control your emotions in the first place. You're just gonna be like a woman on her period. You know, you're not supposed to be like that. You know, and you're supposed to teach strength and stoicism, because if you don't, then you're gonna end up having school shooters, child molesters, and rapists, and you know, all kinds of evil men doing evil shit. You know, you're not supposed to be like that. So anyway, 1% better every day. Like I said, we're right here, we're learning, we're trying to better ourselves. Stoicism, controlling your emotions, you know what I mean? We listen to people that actually been there, done that know the business. We don't listen to actors, we know which one is which. Say what you mean and mean what you say, because real recognize real. That's why I always say that, man. I'm out of here.